Hi guys, welcome back to another cooking class, and today we're gonna make a delicious apple pie. So as always, first let's begin with the ingredients. So come with me and repeat, okay?
Cornstarch, cinnamon, apples, eggs, cornstarch cookies, margarine, sugar, flour.
Right, so the first thing we're gonna do is put the cornstarch cookies in the blender, and we're gonna blend the cookies.
Before you blend the cookies, crush them in the blender so the blender doesn't have as much work as it would if it wasn't crushed.
Okay, now we're going to melt 3 tablespoons of margarine so we can mix it with the cookies and make the crust, the base of the pie.
After it melts and turns into this yellow liquid, we mix it with the cookie, and we're gonna mix it until it's uniform. And we're gonna mix an egg yolk to make it stick more together.
Okay, so now what you want to do is put that dough on a pan that you can use to put in the oven. What I did wrong here was I got a pan that was too big for the amount of dough that I had, so I had some difficulty spreading it. And a second thing that I did wrong was I started from the middle, and the correct way is starting from the corners, the edges, and then you start going to the center, pressing down to the center. That way you get enough in the edges. So 2 things that you want is a smaller pan for the amount that we are making, and start from the edges and then put it in the middle. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is take it to the oven for about 5-8 minutes, nothing more than that, just to harden the dough, to make it like a crust, and that's it.
Now what you are going to do is skin 3 apples. And you're going to chop the apples, and then you're going to cut them into little pieces. and you're going to add 1 cup of white sugar. Mix it together, and then you're going to add 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Mix it all together and leave it for a couple of minutes.
Okay, now what you're going to do after all the juices from the apples came out and the sugar is now caramelized, you're going to mix 2 tablespoons of cornstarch into a coffee cup of water. And after you do that, you're going to put it into the mixture with the apples. That way it makes it more uniform.
When you see that it's finally thicker, it's ready to turn off and put it into the pan. Spread it on the pan slowly so it doesn't mess up the dough.
Ok, essa receita tem 3 passos, na verdade 2, fazer a crosta e fazer o recheio. Eu fiz a terceira, que foi colocar as fitinhas de massa em cima para dar mais enfeite, para ficar mais legal para vocês, mas se vocês não quiserem fazer, fica bom quanto. Eu não tinha o rolo para poder, né, passar massa e etc, para deixar mais bonito, aí eu tive que fazer na mão. Mas se vocês não quiserem fazer essa parte, não precisa.
So you put 2 cups of flour and then 1 cup of butter, and you're gonna mix it together with the spoon, and then you're going to use your hands to mix the rest. Okay, if you see that the dough is not sticking together, you put a little coffee cup of milk or water and then continue mixing until it's uniform. Now what you're going to do is get pieces of that dough that you just made, and you're gonna roll it into little sticks, and then you're gonna squeeze it with your finger, or if you have the roller, then you can use that, but if you don't, you can just use your finger. And then you put some egg yolks on the top and you take it to the oven.
Okay, and this is the most important part. You're gonna leave it in the oven, in a preheated oven, I forgot to mention. In a preheated oven. And since everything is already cooked, the apple is cooked, the crust was already in the oven, you're just going to leave it there and keep an eye on it until the top layer, the dough on the top, is brown, is golden brown. If you didn't do the top part, then just put it for like 5 minutes. And there you have it, a nice delicious apple pie. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm waiting to see your guys' pie. Alright, bye guys, until the next class. See ya.